The average American throws away 80 pounds of clothes a year. That's like discarding an entire wardrobe annually, contributing to a growing problem. Mountains of discarded fashion piling up. These heaps of waste are not just unsightly, they represent a significant environmental crisis. But this isn't just about overflowing landfills. It's about the broader impact on our planet and society. It's about the human cost hidden in every seam. Each stitch tells a story of labor, often underpaid and overworked. The fashion industry, a multi-billion-dollar giant, thrives on our desire for the latest trends. We are constantly bombarded with new styles, urging us to buy more. But behind the glossy facade lies a darker reality. The glamour we see is built on the backs of those who toil in obscurity. This isn't a glamorous exposé, it's a stark look at the exploitation and hardship faced by garment workers. This is about the people who make our clothes, often trapped in desperate conditions. They work long hours for meager pay with little to no rights. It's about the environmental devastation caused by our insatiable appetite for fast fashion. Toxic chemicals and dyes pollute our rivers and soil, and it's about the responsibility we all share to demand better. We must advocate for sustainable practices and fair labor conditions, ensuring a better future for all. Imagine working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week with no breaks and no holidays, for less than $1 an hour. This is the harsh reality for millions of garment workers, mostly women and children, in developing countries. They toil in cramped, unsafe factories, exposed to harmful chemicals and denied basic rights. Their stories are rarely told, their struggles often ignored by the world. We met Anika, a young mother in Bangladesh who works in a garment factory. Her small hands, scarred from years of stitching, can barely hold her baby. "I have no choice," she says, her voice trembling with emotion, her eyes filled with a weary resignation. "I have to feed my family," she continues, her gaze dropping to the floor. The weight of her words hangs heavy in the air, a stark reminder of the human cost behind the clothes we wear. These workers are the backbone of the fashion industry, yet they remain invisible, their sacrifices unnoticed. It's time we listen to their voices and acknowledge their plight. The fashion industry is the second largest consumer of water worldwide. It takes 700 gallons of water to produce just one cotton shirt. The environmental impact of our clothes is staggering. Toxic dyes poison rivers, while mountains of discarded clothing release harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Fast fashion, with its constant churn of new trends, is a major culprit. We're consuming and discarding clothes at an alarming rate, fueling a cycle of environmental destruction. Section 4. Stolen Designs, Stolen Lives. The fashion industry is rife with plagiarism. Every day, countless original ideas are taken without permission. Independent designers are often exploited, their creativity and hard work going unrecognized. Their unique designs are copied by larger brands with no regard for intellectual property rights. These designers pour their heart and soul into their work, only to see it stolen. The allure of fast profits often trumps ethics. Major brands prioritize speed and cost over originality and fairness. This unethical practice not only robs designers of their livelihoods but also perpetuates a culture of disrespect and exploitation. It sends a message that creativity can be bought and sold without consequence. We spoke to a young designer in New York City whose unique designs were stolen by a major fast fashion retailer. "It's heartbreaking," she says, her voice trembling with anger and frustration. "They stole my work, my passion, my livelihood." The emotional toll is immense, leaving many designers feeling helpless and disillusioned. "They took more than just my designs. They took a part of my identity." This is a story that repeats itself far too often in the fashion world. Section 5. The Illusion of Affordability. That $10 t-shirt, it comes at a hidden cost. The price we pay for cheap clothes is far greater than the number on the price tag. It's a price paid in human suffering, environmental degradation, and ethical compromises. We've become desensitized to the true cost of our consumption. The constant barrage of advertising and the allure of fast fashion have blinded us to the consequences of our choices. Section 6. Unraveling the Threads of Exploitation. We have the power to change the fashion industry. By making conscious choices about the clothes we buy, we can demand better for the people who make them and the planet we share. Support ethical brands, buy less, buy used, and demand transparency from fashion companies. Every purchase is a vote. let's use our voices and our wallets to create a more just and sustainable fashion industry.